Hi-Fi Rush is a beautiful game to look at, and an audio blast to listen to. As you walk through the corridors, the beat of the music is synchronized with everything on the stage. So what is Hi-Fi Rush? Well, by now you've probably heard just amazing things about it, and it definitely lives up to the hype. If you don't have an Xbox and you have a PlayStation 5 and you were just waiting to play this game, I highly suggest you get it. So if Devil May Cry had a baby with like Guitar Hero or something like that, that's probably the best way you can describe it in like layman terms for anybody who's played those type of games. It's an action rhythm game. So, but okay, what I mean by that is just I don't think it's any more one than the other. So what does that mean? Should you only like the game if you're into action games but not into rhythm games, or you have to like both to get into it? I think personally, if you like just one of the genre, you will still like this game. So if you only like action games instead of rhythm games, you can still enjoy this. If you only play rhythm games, you can still enjoy this. This is something that's just like immediately just becomes like amazing. Like you know that something's great is happening when you're playing this game. This is one of those games that's kind of hard to really compare it. Like I said, Devil May Cry and Guitar Hero, but it's that's just kind of like it's also like vague in how the similarities. But yeah, this is something that's just completely new. If you've listened to other reviews, they'll probably kind of say the same thing. The gameplay, it's definitely the star of the show. Now, there's not anything really wrong with the game whatsoever as far as the other things, but like the combat, the gameplay, the combat is the gameplay. But that's just, you're playing that game. So if you don't care for the story, you might love the story, but if you don't care for it, I feel like it's still a good purchase. Now, the combat itself, okay, is it hard? Is it easy? I played it on normal mode. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not like super great at video games in general, despite like my love for them. But I was able to get through the entire game on normal. I think I got rated a D. But one thing I kind of want to point out, okay, this is like they have like light attacks and heavy attacks, right? A dodge button and a parry button. And I kind of want to talk about the parry button for a second. Because when it comes to games that have a parry button, if there's another way to fight, I'll tend to use that way because I've never really been good at parrying. And that kind of changed with this a little bit because, okay, the combat itself, I said everything is synchronized to the beat. So is the combat. So you hit to the beat, you get attacked to the beat. Everything has a sound cue. You can literally bob your head throughout if you're really accurate with that, you can bob your head and time your attacks really well. I mean, you technically don't even have to do that to get through the game, but you do more damage when you hit on beat, and then there's like special attacks to do along with that as well. So okay, so about the parry button. Now the parry button, since the enemies, they kind of relay their attacks through sound, it made it easier for me to know when to parry rather than just something visual that I can see. And I started to feel really good about it. So I've never played a game that had this type of feeling with that type of parry thing. Because like for instance, Sekiro's like I hear it's a lot about parrying, right? And that seems like that would be just a nightmare for me. But this was something that felt fun to learn and not something that was beyond like my skill level. Now, okay, so maybe some. Okay, actually, let me talk about Chai. The main character, he's cool. Basically, he's a clueless rock star wannabe. Charming enough. The game has a very comedic tone to it, and which is kind of like risky because usually in video games, if something's not funny, it's kind of cringy. Borderlands 3 has a reputation of being that way. And it was never, none of the comedy came off as cringy to me. And actually, a few parts actually made me laugh out loud. I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, there were definitely a couple of parts that I laughed. One in particular that sticks out in my head. The villain kind of reminds me of like a Handsome Jack in a way. I mean, he kind of looks like him too, in my opinion. And I'm just going like by my memory. Although Captain Jack, did I say Captain Jack? Handsome Jack. Maybe I did say it. Well, Handsome Jack, right, it's really, if you ever play Borderlands 1, or Borderlands 2 actually. Borderlands 2. He's a sadistic person, and the main bad guy here, he's not like sadistic or anything. He's just kind of like evil in like a corporation way. Just yeah. So that doesn't need any more explaining. And okay, I wasn't a huge fan of the voice acting. I've watched a few reviews, and I think I'm 100% the minority in this, particularly with some of that accents. So I don't want to like spoil. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of go into this blind, but there's two characters that come in. One character comes in fairly early in the game, and then another character that comes in like shortly afterwards, and they both have different accents, right? The person who comes in earlier, I noticed. I didn't notice as much as the other person I'm talking about, but one of the characters came in, and something was off about that person's accent. Like it didn't feel consistent to me. And I did some like a Google search, and I saw that the person was American, and the character I'm talking about has like an Irish accent. And like maybe it's just me, but the fact that like I felt something was off, and then I looked it up online and I saw there, But yeah, so it kind of just took me out of that element, I guess. It just didn't feel like the voice that fit the character. And same thing with the other character too. It wasn't as bad as the third character I'm talking about that kind of comes into the game. But also too, if I don't say, I guess telling you what the accent was probably would point that out. But then there was another person who had a British accent, and it wasn't as noticeable, but there are certain words that kind of like, huh. And again, I checked out that voice person, and they were also American. So I don't understand why that. I mean, it didn't really do anything for like the story. I guess it was just some choice. Maybe I don't know if the voice actor had a choice on what accent to use or what was the vision originally. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of weird. That was like my only like nitpick that I can think of. The game has actually a lot of replayability, in my opinion, because okay, it's like a survival mode. When you beat the game, you have like an option to like there's like two survival modes, and I don't know, I started playing it and I thought I was just going to play it for a few minutes, and I found myself playing it for like over an hour. I thought that was kind of neat because like I said, the gameplay is just so much fun and you can always do better. Like if you play Guitar Hero, right? If you don't remember playing those, and you do a song, you could probably do the song better, and you kind of get the same thing with this combat. I know like Devil May Cry has like a survival mode kind of, and I've never like once I beat Devil May Cry 5, that was it. And same thing, I don't think I beat any of them. I think I just beat 5 actually. I beat DMC, but yeah. But I could see myself actually playing this. Like this is something that I'm not gonna uninstall anytime soon. I think I'll like get rid of something else because it's just so much fun. Nodding your head to the beat, like I said, while you're playing the game. There's some moments when the music kind of just intensifies and you just like really get like immersed in that. I thought that was pretty cool. I can't. This is one of those games that I don't think you should miss, and I believe it's like $40 for the regular version. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's just well worth it. Oh, another nitpick. Actually, sorry. So there's like you could change your outfits, and when I saw the options, like you get a bunch of options for the T-shirts, right? And that's it, really. I mean, I went to the PlayStation store and I saw that there are outfits you can buy. And like I said, the game, if it didn't have an option to change your outfit, like it wouldn't really affect how I would rate the game and how well it would be received. But just seeing that, like you can dress in a room, but it feels like just specifically behind a paywall, what kind of annoyed me a little bit. But again, the game is just so good that it's one of those things I'm just gonna I would just let go and wouldn't if I had a review. I don't do numbered review scores, but if I did, I don't think I would change that. I would just kind of point it out that I think that's a little lame. But yeah, other than that, dude, the game is it's fun. You should just kind of play it for yourself. If you heard other people talking about, I haven't seen a single negative review on this. So, Hi-Fi Rush, super fun. You should check it out, absolutely. And thank you. Have a great day.
I'm Zonzo. Yeah, I know. Zonzo, head of R&D. Look, dude, I'm not gonna serenade you. They call you a defect, but I find your enhancements enticing. I must learn more about it. We've tested enough, don't you think? I saw your reflexes, but how about your endurance? Let's give it a go, go, go!